Hi, this is David Coral, and we are here at Twin City Pride 2016, and we're telling our leather stories. And I'm sitting here with.
This is my name's Dylan. How's it going? Dylan.
It's pretty great.
Yeah,
it's pretty.
I know.
Pretty fantastic.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, man.
Yeah.
Happy Pride. So listen, Dylan, you have been around for a while. You were a moderator for Kinky. Were you a founder of Kinky? No, of Minky.
So what happened was Minky actually merged with another club called Skin, and I was one of the founding members of Skin. And then since the two clubs merged together, that's kind of I helped found the club in its current incarnation.
Got it. All right. So listen, tell me. So you've been around for a while. Around this community and the kink leather community. So what got you started?
Well, I mean, I always knew I was a dominant person. I like to be really aggressive in bed, and I like to be in control just in general. Yeah. So I knew I was kind of a dominant person. I was like, there has to be other people that are like me. And so I went to my first munch, which was a Ties munch, in 1999.
Oh my God.
And and back then there were no young people at all, right? It was all people in their 30s or 40s or older. And I met a lot of great older people who mentored me and gave me chances to play. And and back then I did a lot of service for the community. I bottomed a lot by cleaning and cleaning up after parties. Really in 2004, 2005 is really when I fell in love with leather. I started coming out to Pride. I started wearing leather, wearing my vest, and I'm just kind of a kinky bastard. So I found those people to be kinky with. And then, with Minky, we really have a unique opportunity with young people to give them a safe place to explore all those things. Right, so, yeah.
So now, what I know about you is you've identified really strongly with the leather community, and you come from a kink kind of background.
Right.
And kink is distinct from leather necessarily. So, what is it about leather that draws you? I don't want to say as opposed to kink, but why lean on the leather side as opposed to the kink side? What is it?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the brotherhood that I find in kink. The brotherhood that I find in leather. Yeah. I like the idea that we look out for each other. We're there for each other. If I was ever in trouble, I wouldn't go to my kinky friends. I'd go to my leather brothers and sisters. I really like the aesthetic too, like the aesthetic of wearing leather, and I think it's really sexy. And I just think that we have a great leather community, and to tie into that, I think that it's great that there is such a crossover between the kink and leather communities. That gap has shrunk a lot in the last couple of years, in part from all the work that you've been doing and the classes that you've taught. So,
yeah, well, that's one of my things. That's always been one of my things. Is for the past 16 years that I've been in this Minneapolis Twin Cities community, it's really to kind of bridge that gap between the leather community and the kink community, because I've been in leather for 25 years more, and I saw this kink community here that was largely untapped back in 99,
sure,
2000,
right.
Largely untapped, and I thought, let's get them involved. Let's figure out a way to get the leather and the gay together with the kink and the hat and the pan.
Sure, right.
So we've been working on it for about 16 years.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, I actually credit Steve Linnaeus a lot for Minky's transformation into being a more accepting organization and a pansexual club. He wrote an article about us in Lavender Magazine, and then we started Pride in the Park out here and volunteering with Leather Pride. And that really diversified our culture within Minky. Now we have people of all identifications serving both on our board, our moderator team, and as our membership. We were very heteronormative when we first started off, but now that's really expanded and changed. And I feel so fortunate that we've had the support from older organizations and who've been willing to answer our questions, be there for us. I can't speak to the necessity of that enough, that that there be a mentorship or that there be outreach across the aisle, because I know that for myself, I wouldn't be here today without people offering to let me, an 18-year-old kid, play with their toys or play with their submissives, because I didn't know anybody. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to throw a flogger, but somebody took the time to teach me, and that is so unique. Outside of our subculture, there's not always a mentorship relationship out there and other subcultures, and I'm glad that we have one.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks a lot, Dylan. I really appreciate you taking the time.
My pleasure, brother.
Here I am with Dylan. We're at Twin City Gay Pride, GLBTQ Pride 2016, and these are our leather stories.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you, man.